Hello there, YouTube. How y'all doing today? It's Soarus here, and today we're obviously not really playing anything or even looking at anything. Today it's just seeing my face. That's pretty much about it. Cause I'm actually thinking of starting a little bit of a vlogging thing, like just like talking to you guys, telling you guys what's up and how y'all doing today. And well, I just kind of want to get something out here. You guys are probably wondering, like, yo, why isn't this guy or why isn't this kid, like, making any more videos? I mean, come on. I thought he would want to do a lot of this stuff. I mean, you know, and, I do actually want to make a lot of videos. It's just that I can't because of, one, I have school, two, of, like, outside of school activities, not, like, football or anything like that, but mainly I have, what you call it? Church stuff and church itself, so I really hardly have time. Probably you guys will mainly be seeing me doing, like, oh, I don't know, like some videos over a holiday or something like that, because like there I'm not as busy as I was and stuff like that. But yeah, but one thing I definitely would really like to say right now, I'm so goddamn excited for freaking Black Ops 3 to come out so badly right now. I mean, I can't even look right here on my computer. It's the 18th of September. I'm just waiting for 9 to turn into 11. Right, 11. It's October. Yeah, so no, I'm bad with my freaking days. And oh my god. But anyway, I'm so excited. I'm so stoked. I'm just so freaking cannot wait for um Black Ops 3 to come out, for the release date, for everyone to play. I cannot wait for zombies to come out. I can't wait for the campaign. I mean, I even saw the trailer. The trailer looks so awesome, especially like the wall running. I mean, holy shit, I would love to like have like a shotgun or an SMG or something like that. Just freaking run on the walls and just spray people down. It would just be free. Oh my god. But and even like I would even like to see zombies with all these kind of new mechanics. Like even that one thing, like I even saw in a zombies trailer. Now I'm pretty sure I'm not really giving out any kind of spoilers or anything. I mean, if I am, I mean, I'm definitely sorry, but the one thing I'm definitely want to make sure that I'm not doing, which I definitely do not want to do, is giving out info that the company does not want me to give out. I mean, but then again, there's like videos of like the trailer, so I'm probably not even doing anything like that. But like I even like saw the Black Ops 3 zombies thing, where it's like a mixture of 1900s and all that kind of stuff, where there's like a new kind of perk thing where you buy it and you get a random perk or something. It's like a gumball machine where you just take a gumball and just plop it and eat it in your mouth. And I don't know, I think it's a gumball, but I mean, you don't see like your person blowing random bubbles. I don't know, but and then you would obviously like see like the new riot shield that's added in. There's like mods where like if you slam it down, like jetpacks like just form out of all corners of the shield, and just like you step on like some sort of a plate or something, and it picks you up and you just like push. I don't know, the jets like activate. And you start like moving forward and ramming into zombies. I mean, that I swear to God looks so freaking sexy as shit. When I saw that, my jaw honestly hit the floor so much, because I'm like, oh my god, I want this weapon and I need it. It's just like, I need it. You know, that's just me thinking crazy. That's just source logic right there. I don't know. But anyway. And yeah, cannot wait for that shit to come out. And even the giant DLC, oh, I honestly, I swear to God, I love the 4 original zombie player. It was like Richtofen. I love them. I love him. He's probably my top played character. I love him so much. I also like Dempsey. He's my second. This is actually my top 4 main zombie characters from high to low. I think it's like Richtofen, Dempsey, Nikolai, and Takio. The reason why Takio is my least favorite because it doesn't really appeal that much to me. Nikolai is my third because it's like he kind of killed 9 lives. I mean, kind of person would kind of do that, but I don't know. That's just me thinking like that. But and Dempsey's number 2 because he's just a badass and complete epicness. And reason why am I even saying that he's a badass, but he's in my number 2 because well, I almost said Nikolai Richtofen, which is actually Richtofen or Richtofen. However anyone pronounces it, I pronounce it Richtofen. Anyone out there that's probably screaming like, "Oh no, let's pronounce this." Screw you. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to offend you. It's just how I like saying it. Like even people can pronounce things how they want it to be, and people can't judge them off of it. I mean, I see even a lot of people like saying something random and someone else just walks in and like, "Oh no, it's not pronounced that way." And it's like, "But that's how I pronounce it." My honest opinion, I really don't care how anyone pronounces it. I might actually even say like, "Yo, that's not how you pronounce it. You're so stupid." That's probably me just teasing around and they're my friends and all that. And it's just they understand I'm teasing them and I'm not really trying to make them feel bad. But certain people out there would just make people feel bad, like just completely go out and be like, "Dude, you're such an idiot. How can you not know how to pronounce this?" And would just straight out bully him, which I mean, honestly, you guys will probably see me. I am a complete anti-bully person. If I could, I would annihilate the word bullying right out of everyone's brain. I'll make bullying not even a thing. Because honestly, I just hate it how I see people get treated like shit day after day. I mean, that's just not cool. Like, people getting bullied. And they just have, like, weird thoughts. And just, that kind of crushes me. Because, I mean, I even have a friend that I can relate. He's actually goes to my school. Me and him have been friends for about 2 years now. I've met him last year. I'm in 10th grade now. I've met him in 9th grade. He's actually a really cool guy. I mean, he teaches me kind of a lot of interesting things I probably never learned about. He's actually probably the person that showed me Five Nights at Freddy's. Actually, you know what? He is the person that introduced me to Five Nights at Freddy's. That at first I thought it was like some sort of like oh, what's the name? Oh, god damn it, oh, shit. But, you know, like, oh, Freddy Krueger, alright, there we go, that's what I was trying to think of. I thought it was, like, some kind of, like, sick, twisted Freddy Krueger game, but when I looked more into the fact, it's actually a pizzeria, and an animatronic, which is a bear, is actually called Freddy Fazbear. And there I'm like, well, this is actually kind of interesting. And when I saw more and more into it, I just realized, well, shit, this is just a fucked up version of Chuck E. Cheese. Like, it's like, well, a fucked up haunted version of Chuck E. Cheese, pretty much, in my opinion. And when I played more and more is how much I do not want to go to Chuck E. Cheese. I mean, I've even seen people up there, like, make, like, Vines things of Five Nights at Freddy's, like, in Chuck E. Cheese. Like, Five Nights at Chucky's, or I don't even know what the hell it's called, even though it's been a while since I've seen it, but, yeah, even, like, back to, like, about me being, like, whole bully thing, like, my friend has actually apparently been bullied, apparently, and I'm guessing he still is, but I don't know by other people, but family members. Now, getting bullied by family members is complete over top fucked up, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. It's just like having like people in your family not really respect you. That's just not even normal. I mean, he even showed me a video, it's actually a music song. I think it's called Bullet. Basically, the song is about like a guy, I'm guessing, sitting on top of a building or just a huge ass cliff. I don't know. But he has like two things, I don't know, either it's two things in his hands or just like sitting next to him while his feet is dangling off of this edge of the building or the edge of a cliff, but I don't even know what it really is. I'm 100% sure. I only listened to it like 2 or 3 times because it feels like more and more I listen to this, the more and more I feel touched by it, by so much. Because, all honest, guys, I'm actually a very sensitive person when it comes to either songs or like people's personal stories that actually kind of really offend me that much. Like, well, damn, dude, I feel really bad for you. Honestly, I want to help you out so much. I mean, that's kind of like a person I am. I'm one of those people that, like, well, dude, if you need anything, like, if you need any help, like, if you want to talk about your problems or anything like that, I'm that kind of guy. Because then I am actually a Christian. I go to church every Sunday, which is why I'm saying, like, I go to church events and stuff like that, which is how I rarely make videos. But since today is actually a Friday, and I don't really have any homework to do, here I am, making a YouTube video. So, yeah, and it's just that when I'm listening to this, it's making me even more realize is that, and my friend even said that he can actually completely relate, and that's what's been going through him in his life the past 3 weeks. And at first I'm like, the first time I heard this song, it was like saying his two best friends of a bottle of pills and a bottle of rum, I think. I don't know 100% sure. But it's that, like, it's singing like it's first. It said his two best friends, and I didn't really listen to it because one had like one earbud in, and it was on a bus to like Voltec. If anyone there doesn't really know what it is, but it's basically it's like a miniatures kind of college, but it's a mixture of like normal school today and college together. If that makes any kind of sense. But, I mean, probably you guys already do know, but if you guys don't know, it's kind of like that. It's like a lower tier of college. And they can get like hands-on stuff faster and see what you want to do. So when you do want to go to college, like, I know exactly what to do. I'm going right here. I'm trying to save up a spot for that. I'm going to work on my money. I'm going to save right in there. But I'm probably not going to do college. But anyway, like, my friend has been saying, like, I think for the past 3 or 4 days that he wants me to listen to this song so badly. Like, I'm like, alright, well, alright, fine, I'll listen to this song. So me and him were sitting on the Voltec bus, and he had one of my earbuds in, and I had my other. I was actually kind of sleepy at the time. I woke up pretty darn early, because I actually had to do something here at the house before I got ready for school. And so here I'm getting ready. I'm just starting kind of like drifting, like, and then I started hearing about this kind of stuff. I'm like, whoa, bro. So then, basically, more into the song, it's like, something like dangling off. I don't know. I would probably have to hear it again. And, like, it's basically like he's dangling off the side and talking about, like, wanting to fly, which, honestly, no one could hardly ever do unless if they apparently have a weird sort of scientific failure with, like, a DNA cloning thing. And, like, you just, like, would merge DNA of a bird into you. With a bird's DNA with your DNA, just mix it into you. And then you could probably fly like that. But other than when I heard this part, I'm like, whoa, okay, this is getting kind of dramatic. And then, like, here it's like, a part of the lyrics is like, oh god, what's it called? Oh, it's like how, like, another stomach of pills doesn't work. And then, like, saying about, like, putting a bullet in my head and jumping and trying to fly, and I'm gone, 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 gone. Now here, I'm just thinking, well, shit. Is my friend trying to tell me that he wants to commit suicide one of these days? Is this what I'm thinking? And this song actually kind of resembles of a guy that sounds so cheerful, but if you go deeper into the thought, he's going through some hard-ass shit. With, like, I don't know, like, probably, like, so many people, but, I mean, even at the end, it's like a thing of, like, a little kid singing the song as well, like, a little kid singing, like, I wish I could fly way, fly up way so high, oh, I might just try. And I'm just thinking, like, well, shit, what the hell am I listening to? And I'm just sitting here there in the Voltec bus, looking at my friend like, what the hell are you making me listen to? And he's just there staring at me like, yep, this is what I'm dealing with. And I'm like, damn. But, I mean, this is actually kind of serious, because, I mean, my friend, he's actually, like, pretty freaking close to me. Like, I could probably call him a brother if I wanted to, which I probably will. I mean, he actually did teach me a few things, sort of, I would kind of say, and he feels so much like a brother to me that I kind of would be there for him, and I don't know if he probably would think of this, but he would probably might be there for me, because I do remember, like, actually, I could relate. One day in ninth grade, I was in, art class, and I don't know, like, I completely forgot how it went, because I just try to forget about this day after day. I just move on with my life and stuff, and I apparently said something to this kid that he didn't like, and without even him saying a word, he just, like, straight up started just beating the living shit out of me. And honestly, like, me, completely clueless as shit, just sat there and took it all, because I'm not that kind of I'm not that kind of person that would just fight someone. I honestly wouldn't throw a punch, but if it would be in defense and trying to defend someone, I would try to reason with that person, but if they don't really reason, I probably would just knock them straight in the head and just tell them, like, I warned you, I told you to knock it off, and you didn't, so see what you get. See what life could get you. See what life could get you. And I mean, when that was actually going on, I think a week later when my friend came over, because normally me, my friend, and another friend would always do it, they'd come over to my house and we would all do an all-nighter. We'd go over on the Xbox, do some zombies, and lay low, have some snacks, some drinks, and all that. Like fruit punch or something like that, water and Gatorade. It's just our night. We just have our own night and just have fun. Stay up till like 5 in the morning and then just pass out for the rest of the day. Anyway, and I think I remember one day I was taking him home, and we were talking about this, about me getting in this fight, and he even said to me that if it was going on a second longer, he would have got up and punched the person that was beating me up in the face for him to let, because he actually had me in the headlock, like literally my head would be like, I don't even know how I can do this on myself, this is kind of weird, but he had me like this, and really tight, because he had my one arm, like, back behind me, and then my neck out like this, so I had, like, literally my one arm, I was grabbing onto his arm, and I literally couldn't really get free. But then my one friend even said to my parents that, like, he said that he would actually, if it would have gone on a bit longer, like maybe a second or two longer, he would just got up and punched him, he would have punched the person beating me up in the face. Which I was honestly kind of surprised to hear that. Because normally, I would always think that my one friend would always be like, oh, you gotta do stuff on your own, dude. I can't really help you with most stuff. But when I heard that, I kind of thought different of him. And there was when I started thinking him as a little bit of a brother to me. Which is actually kind of surprising. For probably him, if he ever does watch this. But, I mean, yeah, he actually does seem a lot like a brother to me. And I would definitely help him out in any way I can. And if it seems like I can't really help him, God damn it, I'll figure out a way to help him, because he's literally like a best friend to me. Heck, even more, probably was a best friend. He's more like a brother to me because I have been saying it for the past like 5-6 minutes. And it's just like, when he showed me this video and this music video, I kind of like just totally realized that like basically the whole song is like a guy that, I don't know, is like having family problems and is taking drugs and pills and drinking a lot of alcohol and just straight up wants to commit suicide. I mean, even if the pills, because he's like literally like, he's kind of like this, like, yeah, don't mind my M4 mag, I intend on doing airsoft videos. Yes, I know, that'll be a future thing, guys. Spoiler alert, I will be doing airsoft. But he was like literally like, basically, don't mind me, guys, don't even bother. But he's like sitting like on the edge with the feet dangling off like that. And apparently, the video is going like, another stomach full of pills didn't work, so I'll take a bullet to the head, and then I'm gone, 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 gone. There I'm thinking like, is my best friend that I could call a brother planning on doing this? Which I do not want to happen. I actually pretty much care about him that much as a brother because he teaches me so much that, hell, I'll probably do anything back to repay him. I mean, he's actually a year younger than me, but still, he is actually pretty freaking strong. I mean, me and him actually do a little bit of horse playing, as in, like, grabbing my arm and, like, pushing it, and I'm like, because I'm actually kind of a weak person, but when I actually start the fights, when I ever do get in one, I can probably win. Probably. I don't know, but anyway, that's beyond the fact. But I mean, like, other people out there that aren't 100% like thinking that life isn't good enough for them, you're 100% wrong. I mean, if people out there even watch this video, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people did, because I think this video actually had a lot of views, but I mean, if you're out there thinking that, like, you watch this video and, like, you relate so much to it, like my one friend does, and you're actually thinking of doing exactly what this video is saying, like, jumping off of is like taking pills, and the pills affecting you and just falling off the edge and, like, down 10 stories, and just dying, and then, like, jumping, flying, and going up to the lights is what is said in the video. Don't. It's not right. I'm not saying that you're weird that you're even thinking of doing that, which will probably make you want to do it even more. But it's just, like, even think of other people that would probably care about you. Like, probably I honestly actually care in a friendly way, like in a, like, oh my god, I love him so much. But I actually look out for my one friend that sits next to me in my Voltec bus, because he kind of actually supports me with most things that I actually go through. Like, he's pretty much what supports my neck and chin of standing up. I mean, it could actually sound a bit weird, but I mean, it's just not right. I mean, even people out there that really want to kill themselves, and people that already, I mean, a lot of people I actually think I know 2 people that did commit suicide. One of them was my mom's friend that I somewhat know when I was little, is what she says. Was what my mom said, that I knew this guy when I was little. He had a Jeep, and he just felt like life wasn't good enough for him, but he had a good job, he had a wonderful family, and all out of the blue, he just got on a Jeep and drove off of his building, which I'm actually surprised how he got a Jeep on a building, or it was somewhere on a sand dune or something, and he just purposely killed himself in the Jeep, because he crashed the Jeep, and I don't know what happened to the Jeep. I don't know if it got exploded or just how hard the impact was. He died from it, but he committed suicide by driving off a high cliff. I mean, when I heard that, I'm just stunned because to me, a lot of people actually kill themselves for probably no reason, which is even, it's not even like good. I mean, those of you that are even like thinking of committing suicide, don't do it. You honestly have so much to live for, like seriously. Like, if you guys out there are even thinking like even people that are bullied, like when I was in 6th grade, my 6th grade year was living hell. Like, the teachers hated me, the kids hated me to hell, and I was just alone. I had no one. No one there I felt was even insecure, that I even felt like could even at least be a friend to me. Like, just a low-leveled friend. But, like, I felt like hardly anyone there even really liked me that much. And even the teachers, because I honestly have to say something. I have autism, and Asperger's is what I have. It's pronounced Asperger's, not Asperger's. If all the like, I mean, I can relate. It actually is kind of funny to say like Asperger's, but it's actually like a type of autism that I have. And when I was in 6th grade, I had it pretty rough, and I was actually fat because I was on a pill that, one, made me gain weight, and two, made me feel even hungrier. So I was gaining double the weight there. And like, people would just pick on me, and I even can remember this. I'll even call this out. Because my autism was not controlled worth shit, but now it actually is. So there, I could control it pretty much. And I'm not even on this pill, so like, I'm way skinnier. Before, actually, if I was making YouTube videos before, like in 6th grade, and I had a face cam, you could actually see a big difference from back then until now that I was fat. But I mean, like, back then, like, I actually did had thoughts of suicide, but then like, people would just, like, from my church, people would say like, life isn't always just about giving up. It's about like just keeping on and moving forward in life. I mean, everyone out there probably think I'm a complete, like, nerd of saying all this shit, but, I mean, seriously, suicide is one thing to not ever joke about or anything. That's actually really serious, and, like, people out there that actually are wanting to commit suicide, just don't do it. I mean, people out there, someone even out there respects you, and like, looks up to you so much and expects a lot of guidance from you. And hell, even if you think your mom and dad don't love you, I'm pretty damn sure as hell they do. Because it's like, they might not show it, but deep down inside, they do. They care about you. It's just maybe at times when you're thinking they don't, they're probably just having a bad day. I mean, I can even relate to that. I ask my mom and dad just a simple question, and they go from 0 to 100 in angerment. And they just flip out at me. And I understand them because my mom's an insurance agent, and my dad is a technician for heating and air conditioning. And I can see both of those can be very, very frustrating. Very. And, like, just people out there care about you, and they don't want you to just off yourself. I mean, people would want you more than ever of themselves. I mean, it's just not good. I mean, if you would even have any kind of problems, like, think of anything else to do except suicide. Like, not even like just slicing your arm with blood, like with a knife. That's not even good. That can lead into some bad things when you grow up, possibly because of like blood loss and something. You could go unconscious, if anything, end up in the hospital. I mean, I even seen stuff. I also saw stuff like that. I can't even talk now because I've been yambling for 30 minutes. But I mean, still, this stuff though is actually really goddamn serious. And if I were to even see anyone thinking of suicide, I would just instantly try to get them to snap out of it, because suicide isn't cool, guys. It's not. It's something you should definitely take in and just at least think, and think of other people that you could care about and people that could care about you. I mean, like, just, and even when you would want to just commit suicide, just don't. I mean, like, what if you, when you do commit suicide, and if you didn't commit suicide, like, down the line, you could have made, like, the professionals on a football or softball or baseball team. Or you could have been, like, wrote a really good song that went viral and could earn billions of dollars on. Or something like you could, I don't know, make a movie and it would be top seller or anything like that. And you just want to not wait and see if that would happen and just off yourself at early state. That's not even, like, really, that's not cool. And even people that would even joke about it, like my one friend on Xbox said something douchey to my one friend that actually sits next to me on my Volt Tech, and said that people that have, people that think of committing suicide are just people that are giving up. And I instantly just said, dude, you better shut the fuck up before I actually beat you up in school. But I probably won't do that, but I just want to say that so he shuts the hell up. But he doesn't. So in an alternate, I kicked him from the party. And me and my friend from Voltec Bus stayed on Xbox and chat a bit more and forgot about the subject, and we went on. I mean, just, guys, don't even try to think about suicide. Don't even suggest it. Don't bring it in your mind. Don't even picture it. I mean, if you guys were ever to commit suicide, just what would happen after it happened? Like, what would your parents feel? What would other people feel? What would people you don't even know, that you don't even know cared about you, would do? I mean, hell, even I can completely relate to this. If anything bad would ever happen to me, my mom and dad would be devastated to hell, and I knew that because they say that to me so much. Just so much. And if you guys ever do kind of think of wanting to commit suicide, don't. And if you think you can't help it, ask for help. Like, ask for advice. Ask your teachers. Ask your people at church if you go to church. Ask your parents. Ask anyone you can. Even if it's some random person on the street, but maybe then again, don't really ask a random person about, like, yo, can you help me out trying to get rid of my suicide thoughts? But not just doing that, but just people you know. Try to talk to them and ask for help. People will be more than glad to help you get rid of those thoughts. People want you to succeed. Even if you don't know it, they want you to. A lot of people do not want people dying for no good reason. People do not want that happening at all. Not even me. I'm one of those people that do not want suicides at all. I could be one of those people that could completely wipe the word suicide off the planet Earth. Hell, probably off of all time, if anything. Because suicide, bottom line, is not good. It's not. It's just, you guys will probably think I'm completely psycho at this point, but committing suicide is like giving very bad people your soul. Like, devil, for instance. I mean, now I'm going into Christianity and stuff, all that, but committing suicide, you people out there don't really understand. If you commit suicide and you die, you don't have a peaceful life. I mean, I haven't did peaceful like this because, I mean, people would think like, oh, it's not really all that peaceful. But it actually kind of is. I mean, if you were to go up to heaven, you could leave a peaceful eternity. And you can forget about really mainly what happened. I mean, basically, like, how our lives are on Earth, I mean, we're basically babies at this point. I mean, it doesn't even matter how old you are. In Christianity ways, you're just a baby. You're still just came out of your mom's butt. That kind of sounded weird, way weird. Yeah, it sounded way weird, but still, you were just born. I mean, even if you're like feel like you're 55, even if you're 55, you're a baby. If you're 16, you're a baby. If you're 85, you're a baby. If you happen to live up to like 130, which I can somewhat not see, you're a baby. And not like that kind of like, like the people that whine all the time, but physically, you're still an infant. Because people, like when you die, that's basically like when you die and go up to heaven, is like you took your first step or you said your first word. But like if you were to just like kill yourself, like commit suicide at a young age, or like just commit suicide completely, you're giving up that peaceful eternity. And you're giving it to a bad person, aka the devil, where it's painful, probably way more painful than before you committed suicide. You get tortured a lot. You're constantly in pain. Fire probably spreads all around you. And the worst part is it never stops. It never, ever stops. When you commit suicide, you might feel that you're in a lot of pain now, but if you commit suicide, it's like how you are now, but times infinity. Because that's what's going to happen. You're just going to be in a infinite loop of pain. Day after day, after week, after month, after year, after century. It just will never stop. If you commit suicide, you're basically asking for more pain than wanting more pain to leave you. People do not want that to happen. I don't want that to happen. Hell, I wish one day God succeeds and kills the devil and there will be no pain. There will be no violence. There will be no nothing of any of that sort. Just peace, harmony, and joy. That's the three things that should just exist. Peace, harmony, and joy. Because if you would not commit suicide, you would most likely be happy. You'll be joyful. You'll be pleased. You'll be in a world of excitement because you're with God. And you're with Jesus. The one that has died for all of us. And that has just completely changed how everything was back then, before there even was Jesus, or before there even was even Christianity, and it was just Satan taking up everything. God made Mary and Joseph give birth to a baby named Jesus, and his main job was to clear out all of people's sins and to just rid them from existence. And that fight is actually still going on. I mean, you may actually think that Jesus has died, but then he's risen. God made Jesus rise from the tomb that he was buried in and open the gates to heaven for other people that would want a peaceful life, that would want a peaceful ending to their life, to just keep it going, to make it better, to make their peaceful ending better by being with him and by being with God for eternity, than having to worry about bullies or having to worry about Satan or having to worry about pain or guilt or anything like that. Whereas in you would just want to just end all that. Not if you would want if you commit suicide. Basically, if you're committing suicide, you're not asking for that. When you think you are, you're not really. You're asking for more pain. Because when you commit suicide, you're doing pain to yourself, which is a major sin. And that should not happen at all, period. And you're basically giving your entire life to the devil so he can toy with it in any kind of stupid, ridiculous way he wants, which is torture, pain, and unforgiving hate onto you to make you feel even more worse than how you could or could not feel now. The people out there that would want to commit suicide, I'm just hoping I'm at least drilling something in your head that people want you to push on. People want you to just deal with all those suck up douches at school or at church, or well, not probably at church, probably not bullies at church. Definitely hope there's not, but people out there that pick on you and just hate you and make you feel so disgusted inside, and even hell, people that make you do drugs. Those are the people that want you to go on to Satan's side and that want you to give all your humanity and all your peace to Satan, for him to completely turn it into what you desire, into the complete opposite, which is pain. Infinite, forever pain. And a black heart of fire in his lair without any respect at all. You're just there, helpless. Where if you would just move on and you would push on and ignore those people that want you to just quit and just keep on, and people that keep on bullying you, if you just ignore them, God can understand that, and he knows you're doing the right thing. You're basically ridding, when you rid all those bullies away, when you rid all those drugs away, God is helping you rid the Satan from your heart. God is bringing you closer to him by saying no to all those stuff. He is saying, you've done a good job. I would like for you to come into my kingdom. He is asking all the people on this world. He's helping all the people on this world trying to have a better life. Wanting to have a peaceful and harmonious eternity with him, instead of a painful and guiltful eternity with Satan and the devil. People don't want any of that to happen, especially Christians like me. I sure as hell don't want to be. Sure as hell do not want my soul to be handed to a person that will just twist it into any way he wants, into a way I don't want. I mean, even if I were to ever give my soul to the devil, which I do not want to do, I would want to give my soul to God, because I would love a peaceful and harmonious ending with him and a new beginning with him. I mean, I even have it's hard for me to quite remember the name, but I have that thing where you're completely scared of spiders. I mean, hell, what would Satan do if he would have my soul and he would turn that thing I have against me? He would just destroy me. Where if I'm with God, he helps me. He helps me succeed. He's making me succeed as I'm speaking to all of you right now. He's helping me. And he's also helping you. But you're not helping him back wanting to commit suicide or wanting to do drugs or anything like that. He's wanting you to give all those drugs and alcohol and all those bad things that make the devil powerful, to give all that up and to join him when you do die, not by suicide, but when it's, I don't know really how to completely say this, but when it's time to move on and to join him, he will help you with that. He cares so much about everyone that he does not want any other person going into the clutches of the devil. I do not want people going into the clutches of the devil. I intentionally do not want my friend going into the clutches of the devil, because I care for him, and when I die, I sure as hell would want to see him and me standing next to God up in heaven, living a peaceful life. And I also hope I see all of you people as well up there, because I would definitely want to kill all the pain in the world. I definitely want to erase that from the mind of everyone. I would want to erase that from every single piece of it from eternity. I would want to kill the devil by just teaming up with God and helping him defeat him. That's probably enough about that, because I've been rambling on about that for a good 20-30 minutes. I mean, I could probably also say one thing, that I actually did thought of suicide, but then I was instantly transferred to a shelter where people, like, I mean, if I would have stayed in that one shelter, I would have never seen my mom for like 6 months to a year, which I sure as hell do not want that to happen. Sorry. I do not want anything like that to happen to any one of you that care so much about people, and you cannot see them for days after weeks after months, just because you said you wanted to commit suicide. My great-grandmother died She was on her bed overnight, and I don't know really what happened. I mean, it might have just been her time, or it might have just been like because she was hooked up to an oxygen tank and her oxygen might have ran out and she couldn't breathe that night and she just died of having no oxygen. Because no one has ever known that, but how that find out is my grandpa actually lives. My grandma and grandpa lives down the street from her in her apartment house, and my grandpa has a key in case for like anything that would happen or like if she's out of the house and would go and would if she has out of the house and she like needs something to get checked on for like pets or something like that. My grandpa would go over and check on him, and as she was I think about 90 or something like that, and my grandpa went over in the morning to check on her. She was in her bed, not as normal because she's normally up and about when my grandpa goes to check on her, and he walks over to her in her bed and kind of shakes her shoulder saying, are you awake? Are you awake?" And seconds later he noticed she was dead. She just she was just sitting there dead, man. When I heard, I was in complete shock, as in like, oh, what the hell? How did that happen? And they were all like, we don't know. It could have been her time, or it could have been the oxygen thing went wrong, and she didn't have enough oxygen, or something like that, and she was just gone. And when we went to the funeral, which was my first ever funeral, I was like probably 8 or 9 when this happened, and I walked up to the casket where she was lying. She was just sitting. She was lying there. She was sitting there so peacefully. Her skin was like so white and pale because she was dead, as normal. And I just sat there thinking, like, what the hell happened to you? I may look like a big baby, but it was the first time I ever saw one of my family members die. The first one ever. But I did not like it. I instantly turned to my mom and I'm like, I can't handle this. I cannot handle just looking at this face, at this body, in this tomb, in this casket. I cannot handle it. And she said to me, I know you can. I can't handle it either. I'm pretty sure your grandma and grandpa cannot. So she called my neighbors that we're friends with. She asked them if they could come pick me up and if I could hang out with them for a few days. I was a complete wreck by the time they got there. I hardly even wanted to walk in the room where my great grandmother was. I didn't want to step foot in that room because I did not want to see her lifeless body just lying there. I was 8 when that happened, like 7 or 8 years old. I was just completely torn up by that time because I cared about her because I know she had medical problems, and I'm pretty damn sure she cared about me. And then after a while, I went to my neighbor's house. We sat there. I just sat there. Just still shocked at my great grandmother's lifeless face. I sat there for a good 20-30 minutes, just sitting there, staring out the window, out in the sky, thinking, seeing if she was at least still with me in my heart. And then after a moment, my my neighbor came up the steps and asked me about if I wanted to play Guitar Hero, which was the first time I ever heard about it, and I said sure. And I was still really, really bummed out of it, and I went downstairs. They had the Guitar Hero thing set up. They had a flat screen, and they hooked up a guitar for me, and I started playing, and obviously I never played a game before, so I failed a few times, and my face was bright red because I was crying so many times. Hell, I'm pretty sure my face is probably red because I just cried a bit. Yeah, it actually kind of is because I can see like that scribble thing here. I can see my face. And as I played, I thought more about the game and forgot less about what I witnessed, what I saw, which I could hardly ever forget that. I could hardly. I would never forget that image of just my great-grandmother I looked up to, sitting there, dead. Couldn't have helped it. Couldn't have made her life go on any further. Just sat there dead. Might have just made you guys a bit deaf when I punched the mic, I'm sorry. But yeah. So we've had our daily crying session, but anyway. But yeah, like mainly the one thing now I'm pretty much looking forward to this day is just Black Ops 3 and to see really cool ass shit that could happen, and just to play more games. And hell, I might actually be planning on having my capture card by then, so I could actually record stuff on my on my Xbox, and to like record some good footage of Black Ops 3 if I can get it, because I probably have to like make up a few tutorial videos or something like that, like to at least get used to it. And yeah. So alright, you guys are probably really fucking bored just sitting here doing nothing, listening to me yabble blah blah blah. But it was all for a really good cause, and I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to pretty much leave. People that thought I was actually getting... Okay, that kind of scared me a bit. But people that thought I was actually getting a bit interesting is... Well... yeah. I gotta pretty much cut it short here because I have to render this, and it'll be a long-ass time, especially because it's like an hour long. But, you know, I'm so glad. I hope y'all enjoyed watching this. This is my first vlog. Obviously, I kind of got a bit too caught up in it because I started talking about my friend and about how, like, that song that basically is talking about suicide, and it's just that touched me about a lot, and how I'm gotten to God, and then my great-grandmother, which made me shed a tear or two. Well, it was way more than a tear or two. It was probably like good 20. But anyway, I hope y'all are so glad. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. This is Soarus signing off. Peace out, everybody.